Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not welcome back to Halloween Horror Month. Today we're talking about dangerous animals. Like the tiger. Nope, not tiger. A lion? Nope. Zebra. What? Guess I can kick you. Camel? What are they gonna do? Spit on you? No, we're talking about ocean creatures. Oh, the crocodile. No. Shucks. I was gonna say that. Who are you? Uh, boy. What you mean, g'day? Or is that just hello? Anyway, Dangerous Animals was a movie that came out earlier this year, here in 2025, and yeah, I saw the trailers and stuff, and I'm interested. I'm like, this dude, uh, kidnapping people, feeding them to sharks, cool. Everybody was freaking out. Oh my god, this looks so cool! Kidnapping people, feeding them sharks. I'm like, excuse me, but Shark Night 3D would like to say something to you. That was literally the premise: is these two dudes finding people and feeding them to sharks. That's literally what the premise of that movie was. Kinda. But yeah. I guess this is more in that. It's a serial killer movie, but there's also sharks in it. It's a shark movie. And what it is this girl, she gets kidnapped by Jai Courtney's character, Tucker, and has to find a way out. It kind of has an idea of Split with sharks and not multiple personality. Yeah, multiple personalities, but no, just yeah. I found this movie interesting because watching this, I was interested in which ways they were gonna go with this movie and how she was gonna get out. Is she gonna get out? They could have easily done one of those things where they see Jai Courtney as this next big serial killer thing, have our heroine not survive, and continues as a franchise, kind of like in the vein of Mick Taylor from the Wolf Creek movies, right? Could have done that. But they don't do that, even though they could have. They obviously saw this as a one off. Which, good on ya, because we get too many of this could be big. Let's go for a sequel, or let's make this, and if it does well, we'll make a sequel. Focusing on one thing. That's how it works. Now, if they ever want to do a sequel, I don't know how you're going to do it, but there's no way he survived. He gets munched by the sharks. Spoiler alert. But a great white shark is what it is. But yeah. So first and foremost, I love this opening scene. It subverts your expectations because you think you're watching this. If you don't know, you think, "Oh, these are our two main characters," and right away it just subverts your expectation because it's like you have these two people. They're not a couple. They don't know each other. They're just going on this trip with Tucker's tours or whatever. And so where they go inside the shark cage, which I will never ever do, because I know shark. We're gonna talk about how they treat sharks, okay? But anyway, how they deal. We'll talk about the sharks. Anyway, when they go down toward the cage, they come back up, and right away Tucker kills the guy. She freaks out, and then you get the title card, Dangerous Animals. I think he feeds him to the shark, maybe. But, yeah. And I'm like, then we meet our real character, Zephyr, played by Hassie Harrison. There's a name. Not only Zephyr, which I thought she was going to be younger, considering, that seems like a name you name your kids nowadays. My mom named me October. Oh, because when you were born? No, I was born in April. What's wrong? Why didn't they call you Never mind. No, her name is Zephyr. which is not a name. I'm sorry. There's all these weird ass names that people are saying you can't. There's like a thing in Congress or something say you can't name people this name. Yet, Zephyr's okay. People have weird names. That's fine. But that's what I'm named Scott. My son's name is William. We have normal names. It's not like, I think I'll name my son Table. I don't know. Can you name your kid Table? Table. I think I'll name him Octopus. No, he's got a regular name. William, John, Steve. Those are real names. This is my daughter. How do you spell that? 1 M, 2 N's, and a bunch of U's and A's, apparently. Anyway. Anyway. Zephyr. And she's our main character. And she meets this guy named Moses. Can't make fun of that name. It's in the Bible. No. And they sort of hook up. They smoke the weed. They have fun. They have a one-night stand. And then she's grabbed by Jai Courtney that night because she's ready to take off and go night surfing, apparently, which is stupid. Usually at night there's no wind, right? I don't know, but I think that's what she was going to do. She gets captured. And we find out that the woman from the beginning, whose name I do not remember, is alive. For now. So this is what I'm going to talk about. My one big problem with this movie, and that is we have a movie where someone is captured. Obviously, we need to have her to attempt to escape, but she can never succeed in escaping. And that's where I think the problem lies for me, is it gets too repetitive. It only happens 2-3 times that she tries to escape, but still, it's to the point where, unless it's the end of the movie, she's not going to escape. And here, she just becomes MacGyver by taking the wire and underwire bra and trying to get the handcuff undone. He comes in with some water and some Vegemite sandwiches. That's what he says. Oh, you don't like Vegemite? I would like to try it. I hear you should try it at least once. I hear good things. I'd like to try it. That Marmite, is that another thing there? Marmite? I'd like to try Vegemite once. I would like to vacation in Australia. I do not want to live there. I don't want giant spiders in my bed. Thank you very much. I would like to visit. That's what people say. You want to go to New York City? Just to visit. I don't want to live there. Same with Chicago. I love Chicago, but I don't want to. That's the crime center, right? That was where the crimes, Al Capone and stuff like that, right? Meh, see? Meh. Anyway. So she after he leaves, she tries to open the thing. I don't know why I did this. It's not the bra. The bra is gone. She tries to do it. But then to realize what I figured out, I'm like, don't drink that. It's drugged. When the other chick, she drinks the water, she downs it. I'm like, don't drink that. It's drugged. And then Zephyr does the same thing. I'm like, why? It's drugged. There's always drugs. She tries to open it. And of course, she's drugged. So that stops that. And when she wakes up, the other chick is in this harness thing going to be fed to the sharks, which happens, and she dies. That's the end of her. There's another time she tries to escape later in the film, where it's like, well, there's a point. I guess we're gonna have to. Well, the point where it looks like she's gonna be free, but something happens to where that doesn't happen. There's another point where she actually gets out by thumb. Or not eating, biting off her thumb, which I find it iffy when people bite off their own There's a bone in there. You can't just do that. But people in movies are made of jello, so yeah. Apparently, your 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 teeth are not strong enough to bite through bone. Sorry to say, they're not. Otherwise, we could just go through a chicken. Through a. We could bite through chicken. You can't. No. And she escapes by swimming. No sharks try to find her there. Only for Tucker to come along on a dinghy and bring her back. Because it's not the end of the movie yet. I mean, it's only 2 times then she tries to escape. I don't know, but you just, every time it happens, you know the movie's not over yet, especially when you check the time. Nope, she's not going to escape. No. And then they do this thing where we cut to Moses. And he somehow figures out, I guess I wasn't paying attention enough, he somehow figures out that something's happened to her and she didn't just leave. And tries to track it down. And I went, I wonder how they're going to handle this. Because you know, in this day and age in 2025, you can't have a man rescue a woman. The certain people and groups will be up in arms and be all over the place on the internet blasting this movie for daring to have a man rescue a woman, even though it's been that way for centuries before this, but now it's taboo, it's a faux pas. Can't do that now. And I will say, they do handle it very well, because I kind of figured something was going to happen. I figured it was going to be turned around or something. They're going to figure out some way to make it. He does eventually figure out where she is. And then he actually has Tucker dead to rights. He's choking him. And I'm sitting there going, okay, what's going to happen? There's no way he's going to win here. And the Tucker's buddy, who we've seen throughout the movie talking to him, knocks him in the back of the head and knocks him down. And again, this is where I was talking about, where it seems like she's going to try to escape. She starts yelling for help. And he hears her, only for Tucker to kill him. His friend, not Moses. And I'm like, okay, Moses is next then. And he doesn't kill Moses. And I was like, what? I came to the realization that it's because he realized that they're connected, and the whole thing is to hang people, your loved ones, in front of each other. So I think that's what I think that's why. But I'm like, because he killed the one guy before and threw him into the ocean. So it's like, he doesn't care. Also, I want to point out something. So, this movie states that if you stay still in the water, a shark will not attack you. Don't listen to this movie. That is bullshit. You're in the water with a shark. Try to get away as fast as you fucking can. Do not stand still. They even try to say, oh, sharks, they don't actually want to eat humans. Bullshit. You're in the water, you're meat, you're food. They even go as far as to say earlier that they eat the other girl because there's some chum in there. I'm just like, I don't. It's like the theory that Dr. Grant has, and it's a theory because it's not fucking true. In Jurassic Park, if you stay still, the T-Rex can't see you. That's not true at all. There is nothing anywhere besides the Jurassic Park movies that dictates that is true. So if you stay still, sharks won't eat you. I highly doubt it. But she tells, I want to call him Greg, I don't know why. She tells Moses not to move, and the shark doesn't eat him because the movie's logic. She even tries to say, put me in there, put me in there. No. But after she tries to escape on the dinghy, he puts her in the water, and they don't eat her, and she's able to escape. Or no, he doesn't put her in the water. I think he's going to, and she escapes, and it doesn't eat her because she stays still, even though even though technically you have to move to wade in the water, but no, she stays still enough, I guess, to not get eaten. There's a great white shark now that's in there. But Jai Courtney gets eaten. Yep, eats food, even though he should know not to move. I don't know, he eats food. And she saves Moses. That's their workaround. She ends up sort of saving him. And I guess they're going to be a thing. And I'm like, wait, why? Because he saved you? I don't understand that. Like, she ditched him. She wanted a one-night stand. She ditched him for all intents and purposes. And he went looking after her. There's really no reason why he went looking for her. Really. He just figured out something happened and went after her. For all intents and purposes, there's no real connection here. But I guess, according to this movie, there was. I guess one of the things I would have wanted was more. Maybe it's not. Maybe instead of them just meeting up, maybe they're an off and on couple, and she has, like, they hook up from time to time. Like, maybe it's a thing where every time she comes into town, they hook up because she can't commit. You know, have them actually know each other or something, right? But him being a guy that she has a one-night stand with, and then he somehow decides he has to try to rescue her. Which, of course, you can't have him do, so it flips around. Jai Courtney is fantastic in this movie. I know a lot of people are down on him. I like him. You know, I think he's good in both Suicide Squad movies, even though they kill him off in the second one. Some people say he was in a Die Hard 5. And I don't know what they're spoken because there's only 4 Die Hard movies. I don't know where Die Hard was. A Good Day to Die Hard. I don't know. No, there's only 4 Die Hard movies, so I don't know what they're talking about. But they said he was terrible in that, even though it doesn't exist. So I don't know. Yeah, this was good. It's not your typical shark movie. When you think of shark movie, you know, sharks around, but it's not a typical shark movie where they're always looming or someone's stuck somewhere. No. It's good. I'll give it a pretty good. I really liked it. I did. So, what are your thoughts on Dangerous Animals? Let me know in the comments. Let me share, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.